Yo guys, welcome back to another video. In this video we're doing a Deepwoken enchantment tier list. As you can see, I think this is all the enchantments in the game for weapons. I could be wrong. I'm probably missing one or two, but you guys can let me know in the comments below. This video is also my opinion. I have my friend Dragon here just to like balance our opinions. But if you guys have any different thoughts, leave it down in the comments below, and let's just start. Alright, so the first enchantment's gonna be blazing, right? So blazing is like a C tier. If you have flame charm with it, it's probably like a B tier. If you don't, it's pretty mid C tier. Literally just sets your opponent on fire. It can be pretty annoying if you have flame charm only, but like if you don't, then it's C tier.
Yeah.
Next is Grim. Grim is probably like a high B tier to a low A tier. Basically what Grim is, every time you hit your opponent, your next M1 will do more damage. Like, so think of it as curse stacks basically.
Yeah. But a lot more nerfs, so
Yeah,
that's why we're not saying it's that great, and we don't exactly know the damage, so we're putting it in between B
there's
and
not
A.
too much info, so we're putting it between B and A. Could be a lot worse, but we just don't know. Next is chilling. Like, this thing is like top tier, A tier.
A tier, yep.
Very,
Really good.
very good. So basically, every time you M1 someone, you have a chance of freezing them for like 5-ish seconds, which is pretty good.
And also it gives like a damage buff, so it's
Yeah,
really good.
it gives a damage buff, and like when you freeze someone, you could always like combo up with a different move. If you have like Astral Wind with a Bloodless on that, you'll be healing back just from stunning them. Just a very, very solid enchant in general.
Next is Gluttony.
Yep, the worst enchant in the game. I do not recommend anyone using this. Basically,
Second worst in the game.
second or third, yeah. Basically, what it does is steals your hunger and thirst every time you M1 someone. You can use it in like niche situations like water fights, but like everybody's carrying food and water with them, so it's just really bad compared to the rest.
Next is Storm.
Yep, Storm is pretty decent.
B.
Yeah, you want to explain what it does?
Okay, yeah, so Storm, it slight stun on every hit, but if you're in the rain, so it like you get a buff, but then also like brings down thunderbolts on them, but they recently nerfed like the AoE damage on it.
Yeah, and the scaling on the thunderbolt. So they only nerfed the part of it in the rain, which is like not too bad, cause like you're rarely fight. You're not fighting the rain that much. If you are, you have the advantage, but not as big as advantage as before. Next, this enchant's pretty good. It's
the exact name is Tainted Sorrow.
Yep.
So think of it as basically a gravity. So it slightly slows on hits, and knockbacks after the flourish. But once the enemy is hit, the user can press R to stomp into the ground and then pull their enemy towards them.
Yeah, so it's like a ultimate combo fruit. Oh, not fruit. Weapon, bro. You can like do some insane combos. Like when you pull them, you can always just use a different move, or like you can also like mess up your timings when you like M1 someone. You can just pull them. So like you do a lot of creative stuff with this enchantment. That's right, it's S tier.
Yeah.
Next
is Elasticity. So
basically they bungee gum enchantment. It's pretty solid.
Yeah. What are you saying? A, B?
Not B. How about B? Basically, you like every time you hit someone, you pull them towards you like gravity. But gravity, you have like a set key to pull them. Like every M1 for elasticity, you just pull them instead. It's pretty good, especially if you block break someone. You can just pull them and like get massive damage. It's just annoying to fight in general, and it's really, really solid. That's B tier.
It might be A at that point.
Well, like, is it really as good as Chilling and Grim? You know?
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. All right. Next is Obfuscation.
Ooh. So Obfuscation, if you hit someone, you gain a speed boost that stacks with other speed boosts.
Yep.
You gain a permanent attack speed buff, and then your length of your weapon is hidden. So it's essentially like Saber from Fate.
Yeah, and you have a 10% increased speed, like swing speed boost, like just all the time. And when you hit someone, you obviously swing faster. Probably A tier. Probably it would have been S tier before the nerf. The nerf like made it pretty like It was a pretty big
Tainted
nerf
Sorrow.
on it. Before, like, if you had a heavy weapon and you had this enchant, you'd be swinging at, like, medium weapon speed. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah. Next is Curse of Bloodthirsty, so it deals 10% more damage, but missing deals 2% of your HP. The 10% does not apply to critical attacks, but doesn't punish you for missing. You also steal blood with every hit, and then missing below 2% will instantly kill you.
Well, it's this enchant is very skill based. It's
If you're
pretty.
really good,
They
then you're
nerfed
like,
it too, which is the problem.
yeah.
Like,
If you're really good, it's like C tier.
even like
But
the best players will be missing some M1s, which is a good portion of their health. 2%
yeah,
is like quite a lot.
yeah,
So I would say like really really low C tier if you're like
you're really
bad,
good at the game.
and then if you're like really good, then probably like B tier, like max.
Yeah.
They just nerfed all the curses. It's not that great.
Yeah. One is Seer, so it depletes the thirst of the opponent on every M1.
Worst enchant in
Worst
game.
enchantment in the game.
Yep, hands down.
Literally a worst gluttony.
Yeah, it's
So
literally half
yeah.
of gluttony. I don't know why this is even in the game. Like filler enchant. Like you already have gluttony that does what Seer does, but 2 times better because it steals hunger and thirst. Seer just steals thirst, which just makes it horrible. Like if you want a fresh tier abuse, this is the only enchant for that.
And next is Providence Thorn. So
This enchant, bro. So right now at this
parrying
moment, it'll be
yeah.
S tier, because you could kill Pimadon and like with as a freshie, just 50 parries. It's probably get patched, but it'd be S tier just like farming in general. But combat wise, probably like B tier.
So what it exactly
yeah.
does though is parrying someone damage them for 1 HP, which is delayed by 1 second and slightly stuns them. So, but then they can parry, block, or roll the damage though. So,
Yeah. So you basically get punished for parrying. It's like fighting Accelerator. It's a really annoying enchant just to fight in general, which is why it's B tier. It's pretty solid. It's like you have to parry. The parry. It's kind of hard to explain, but like it's just a really annoying enchant to fight.
next is Detonation. It's just as the name says, a chance to have explosion on your attacks, right?
It's
It's
your
like
fourth
every
M1.
yeah.
So your fourth M1 would explode instead of doing your flourish. Your flourish just turns into explode. This one's probably like a high C tier to like a low B tier. We weren't
we don't
too
know
sure
the
about like the
exact
damage on this, so
Yeah.
we weren't sure what to rank it. So you can put it on your B tier or you can put it in C tier. But yeah, that's Detonation for you.
Next is Vampireism.
Very very
S
good
tier.
enchant, S tier.
Heals you on NPCs and players. So basically, if you attack them, you just steal their health.
Yeah, so
right.
think of it as like a bloodless on your weapon. Every M1 you steal some of your HP back. It's broken for PvE when you're farming. It's really broken. The HP you get back isn't too like broken. It's like baby vamp regen, you could say. Not even. Like you get like 2 to 3 health back from like per M1, which is still pretty good. You could like sustain for a lot of fights.
Next is Curse of No Life King. So small boost to health regen when equipped, boost to M1 damage, and deals insanity damage on hit. Permanently stuck on 1 life in the overworld. Once equipped and soulbound, you are stuck on 1 life. Yeah, and then equip and level up on a different weapon to get your life back. But no, it will go back once you equip this enchant.
I'm pretty sure this is the enchant where you die instantly in the depths.
Yeah. So
you can't use this in the depths. You're always stuck on 1 life. You take 2 times more bleed damage. It used to be 2.5, but they buffed it, I guess. They made it so it wasn't too deadly, like the blood loss, because you would be dying to freshies. Literally, 1 heavy attack from the freshie would take like a whole bar of your blood, which is pretty crazy. So if you're fighting someone like Dagger, like it's your like Bane, bro. Fighting Daggers is you're screwed.
next is Deferred. So it doesn't do M1 damage, but this is the one that like deals damage over time and ignores armor. It was really good, but it got nerfed to the ground.
This thing was garbage for farming in the first place, even before it was nerfed. But even after this nerf, it's like 10 times worse for farming. And PvP wise, it's garbage as well. It used to do 35 per tick, now it does 10. just horrible. Like this thing is a D tier to be honest. You're doing like garbage damage. Horrible. All right, next is stone. Right, it's stone.
Yeah, that's stone. Stone is nothing. You just turn your thing into stone.
Yeah,
It
it
deals
does more posture damage.
damage and posture damage.
That's
Yeah,
literally it. Like
D.
garbage. Yeah, D tier.
Next is heroism.
S tier, easy.
S tier. So what it does, it increases damage done the more HP you have. At max HP, you do 25% more damage. And however, if you're low on HP, you do less damage. It's really balanced, but it's also really OP. So it's like straight ass.
It's things like super busted, bro. If you get this enchant, you should use it. Like if you ever find this, you should use it. You got super lucky, bro. It's really busted. Just make sure
Next
to have the
is
bloodless on all your skills. Make sure you're always full HP, and you should be winning every single fight. It's busted. Alright, next is win.
wild.
Oh, it's wild.
Yeah. So attacks let you hit multiple opponents at once as long as they're near the person you hit. So it's really good for PvE, but you also probably hit your allies.
Yeah.
So it kind of takes it down a notch.
Yeah,
So
probably like B tier just to balance it out.
B-tier,
If you didn't hit your allies, probably be A tier. But like hitting your own teammates in a fight, it's pretty
Pretty
bad.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty solid enchant regardless though. Just make sure you when you're fighting with team, just like use it with caution, I guess. Alright, next is Umbral Knight enchant. This enchant, they like did something with it, but I'm gonna put the clip on the screen right now. They messed up this enchant or something, bro. Because before you used to summon a whole like knight or like NPC or shadow thing to like attack you after your M1s, but now it's just like a weird like after cut thing. It's horrible. Just like 4 damage. Like the M1 did 10 damage, and like the enchant proc did 4 damage. Pretty trash C tier easily. It messed up this enchant pretty badly. Alright, next is this is Providence of Storms, right?
Yeah.
Yep, this one's probably like a A tier. Maybe even S. Like I don't know. You can explain the buff.
Okay, so Providence, a storm. Hold up, my freaking PC killed me.
I'll
Okay,
just find it. It basically gives
Oh
you
wait,
like
no, I got it.
got
So
it? Alright.
basically, it increases M1 speed drastically, and then any posture damage that the other person inflicts will be reflected back onto them.
Like it sounds kind of busted. Like I'm not sure if this is exactly what it does. We could be wrong, but if it is, it's probably like S tier to be honest. Next
It's called Cursive Yonsho.
oh,
So
Curse of
every hit
Young,
has a
right? This enchant, bro. This enchant.
Every hit has a chance of to deal 3 times damage or deal small damage to yourself, but the chance that you hit 3 times damage is so garbage. It's like a whole video where a dude didn't hit any 3 times damage.
Yeah, I think it's Revolver AGZ, bro. I don't know, man. That dude, like 8-minute video, they did not proc once. So I don't know if this enchant's bugged or whatnot. If they fixed it, or if the chance is just that low. I don't know, man. But like, it's probably like if it works,
Seer.
it's probably like B tier if it works.
B?
But if it doesn't work, it's C tier. Oh,
Yeah, so we put it on B for now, I guess.
I'll leave it at B if
B.
it works.
One thing about Providence of Storms, this is S class, mainly for the reason because you can swing a heavy weapon as fast as a light weapon. It removes the movement speed.
That's just
penalties.
obfuscation right there, bro.
That's the really OP part
That's
of
just
it.
obfuscation. That's what it used to be. What? I feel like that description's kind of wrong though.
It might be.
Probably is, but I think that's kind of busted though.
And then final is what, steel?
Yeah,
Or
metal enchant.
Garbage.
Garbage.
M1 connection will regenerate your durability. If the opponent is a player, it'll steal 5% of their armor as well. Also does more damage to posture. Still D. Nothing great.
The thing about this enchantment, bro, they nerfed it too. It used to do 20% of your armor. They used to take 20% armor. Now it takes 5, bro. They nerf one of the worst enchants in the first place. Like, stealing armor isn't the greatest thing ever. Because usually players don't have armor in the first place unless they have Thresher skills, bro. Like, I don't know why they even nerfed this in the first place. It's just garbage now. And one of the worst enchants in the game as well.
Well, that's
But
it.
yeah, that's
If you guys have any other opinions in comment, just leave it in the comments. Join the Discord server, like, subscribe, and share the video with your friends.
yep.
Thank
If
you.
any info is wrong, then let us know, like, and do it respectfully. Don't like come in my
Be a
DMs
bitch.
and be like, have like a whole essay of why I'm wrong and whatnot, because that happened in the past. But like, alright, that's it, I guess.
Right?
Peace.
See
I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private